Today I'm going to be practicing Yin Yoga. And so Yin Yoga is a way for us to get a little bit more still and quiet and get into the deeper tissues of the body. So typically in the vinyasa flow, that's more of a yang flow, and we're moving, connecting breath with movement, breath with movement. So in Yin, you're really doing the opposite. You're letting go completely. So it's a great place to get into really some nice comfortable clothes. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. And I always have a timer with me because you hold the poses for usually 3 to 5 minutes. We're going to hold each pose for 3 minutes today, so I'll keep track of the time and to not have to think about it, so you can really let go into the pose. And just notice what comes up. You can have different props by you if anything feels a little too intense, a block or a bolster. Or you can just really see how your body feels as you let go into the pose. And we're going to begin sitting in a cross-legged seat. So just taking a moment to quiet the mind. So go ahead, bringing your hands, let's bring the hands down, cupping the knees, and close your eyes. So instead of building up the breath here, we're just going to sink into a natural pace of breath. So you don't need to deepen, make the breath fuller, just notice the breath and soften whatever's happening in your mind. Just really try to let go of any distractions around you, any thoughts that go through the head. Just let yourself go, giving yourself this time to go a little bit deeper inward. And bring your hands to heart center and bring your forehead down towards your prayer. So set an intention here to do something kind for yourself, to be still and calm and slow down the mind and the body. And then as you open your eyes, bringing your chin up off your chest, go ahead, bring the soles of the feet together. So the soles of the feet connect. And typically in a yang pose, in a more of an active, we want to bring the heels closer to the glutes and really kind of bend forward and be more active. But we're going to bring the heels away from the glutes. So really trying to change your mindset when you're coming into yin poses. And so you can not really grabbing the outer edges of the feet, but just walking the hands down, and then slowly let the head go. So any props you are welcome to use. Like I said, if a bolster, if it feels like you're too high up and it's too uncomfortable, you can always draw in a bolster, right? And lay down onto the bolster or even a block. Otherwise, just let yourself go. So again, we're going to be here for 3 minutes. And I will set our timer so that you don't have to think about the time. So just slowly let your head go. And breathe. These are great poses to notice where any tension is in the body. So really, especially the longer we hold these poses, the more your body is able to let go. So it's not about getting your head closer to your feet. It's not that kind of goal. It's just letting your body release. So let's let go of the concepts of right and wrong and just really fold into the pose. No need to look at your screen. Just listen to my voice as you fold in and let go. Soften the facial muscles in the jaw. So you should really feel the low back nicely stretching. These are great poses to just close your eyes, shutting off distractions. that might be coming up around you. Noticing any sensations that pop up in your body. We have less than a minute into this pose, so just let go as much as you can. Really slowly begin to walk your hands up. And then as you slowly bring your hands back behind your back, just bring your feet up towards the ceiling, and then you can go ahead and windshield wiper the legs. So just notice any release. So always moving a little bit slower, a little bit more intentional, these yin poses. As you slowly come back up to center, you're going to cross your shins, and you're going to walk forward onto your belly. So slowly take your way, extending the legs back behind you, lowering down onto the belly. And then just take a moment, stack your palms, and drop your forehead down onto the backs of your hands. So just feel a nice neutral spine. Feel a little bit of evenness throughout the entire body. And then slowly lift your forehead up and come to Sphinx pose. So your arms are gonna be in the number 11. So your forearms and triceps are separated. Tops of the feet down onto the floor. And then just finding a soft, steady gaze over the tip of your nose. So I'll set up a timer again for these 3 minutes that will be here. So finding the neck, you don't want to be craning the neck up, and you don't want to be dropping it down, but just finding a nice neutral neck where you feel no strain, no stress. And again, you can always close the eyes. So you're getting a nice back bend here. And we're going to do most of our time here in Sphinx pose. And I'll give you the option to take it a little bit deeper. Just stay here for the first 2 minutes of the pose. Close the eyes, feel the belly as you inhale. Feel the belly gently pressing down towards the floor. And as you exhale, feeling a little bit more of the depth of that back bend. In Yin, you never want to feel forced to stay in a certain pose. If you need to make an adjustment, you can always make one or release a pose. You just want to not be so reactive about it. You want to just really think about, what do I need right now, and slowly take those steps. So for the last minute of your pose, you can stay here in Sphinx pose, or you can come to seal. So seal pose, your fingertips are pointing to the top corners of the mat, and you're lifting up your elbows. So this is seal pose. So to make the pose more intense, you bring the heels of the hands closer to the body. getting a deeper back bend, and to make it less intense, the fingertips come a little bit more forward. So find the pose that works for you. And you don't have to stay in seal. So when we come to seal, it might feel good at first, and then it might become too intense, but we're here for less than a minute. So if you can come to that space, that edge, finding your edge where the pose is not too easy, that you're not feeling this back bend, but not so difficult that you can't breathe as you're doing it, that you're tensing up. Okay. And then slowly lower down. So lower down here, and then stack your palms. Try to alternate the palm that you were stacking, and drop your forehead down on the backs of your hands. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. You can drop your legs side to side. So windshield wiper the legs. And then slowly take the legs back to center, drop them down, and come to child's pose. So your hands underneath the shoulders, the knees are wide, big toes touch. Sink your hips to your heels, forehead down, and just release and let go. Walk the hands back up. So nice and slow, walk the hands back up. So just find yourself sitting up tall. Okay. And then we're going to take one more pose to finish. So if you do have a block handy, we're going to be doing a heart opener on your back. So we're going to do this heart opening pose, and then we'll transition there to Shavasana. So here you're going to be bringing the block so that it's pretty much so it's in between the shoulder blades. And you'll notice how that feels when you lay down. So laying down onto the block, it's like your shoulder blades are cupping the block, the head is falling back, and the heart is open. If you have a bolster, you can absolutely lay down on a bolster as well. And the legs can be as wide as you like. So with each breath, really feel the shoulders opening a little bit more. And then really slowly, you're going to lift yourself. So you're pressing into the elbows. Just lift yourself up off your block. Place it to the side. And then lower all the way down. Welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. And if you were ready to move on with your day, you can go ahead and just draw the knees in towards your chest. And slowly find your way. Come to sit up. So rolling yourself up to sit, crossing your ankles, bringing your hands to heart center. Bow your head down towards your heart. Namaste.